That's when legends don't sleep. This is ground zero, where the strong survive. No mercy, no saviors, just a will to fight. This is ground zero, where the weak erase. Step too close to the fire, you get lost in the blaze. No escape now, no way out. Feel the pressure closing in. No retreat now. Stand your ground. This is where the end begins. Oh, oh, oh. This is ground zero, end of the line. No second chances, no warning signs. This is ground zero, burn it all down. If you want the throne, you bleed for the crown. This is ground zero, stand and fight. Only the fearless. This deep where it ends. This deep where it begins. Black sky pressing on my bones, steady ringing through my soul. Every step cracks the ground like a king without a crown. Smoke trails cutting through the air. Every breath tastes like despair. No more light, no more hope, just the edge of a tighter rope. Feel it rising in my chest. The same fear, it's what's left when the world burns away. Only the strong will stay. This is ground zero, where the strong survive. No mercy, no saviors, just the will to fight. This is ground zero, where the weak erase. Step too close to the fire, you get lost in the blaze. It's falling like the rain. Every wind comes dressed in pain. No heroes left inside, just shadows in the fight. Hear the echo of the shots. Every name that time forgot. One wrong move, it's done. Another ghost in the run. Hear the sirens in your head. Every path is painted red. When the silence cuts deep, that's when legends don't sleep. This is ground zero, street where it ends. This street where it begins. Black sky pressing on my bones, steady ringing through my soul. Every step cracks the ground like a king without a crown. Smoke trails cutting through the air. Every breath tastes like despair. No more light, no more hope, just the edge of a tighter rope. Feel it rising in my chest. The same fear is what's left when the world burns away. Only the strong will stay. This is ground zero, where the strong survive. No mercy, no saviors, just the will to fight. This is ground zero, where the weak erase. Step too close to the fire, you get lost in the blaze. It's falling like the rain. Every wind comes dressed in pain. No heroes left inside, just shadows in the fight. Hear the echo of the shots. Every name that time forgot. One wrong move, it's done. Another ghost in the run. Hear the sirens in your head. Every path is painted red. When the silence cuts deep, that's when legends don't sleep. This is ground zero, where the strong survive. No mercy, no saviors, just a will to fight. This is ground zero, where the weak erase. Step too close to the fire, you get lost in the blaze. No escape now, no way out. Feel the pressure closing in. No retreat now. Stand your ground. This is where the end begins. Oh, oh, this is ground zero, end of the line. No second chances, no warning signs. This is ground zero, burn it all down. If you want the throne, you bleed for the crown. This is ground zero, stand and fight. Only the fearless. This street where it ends. This street where it begins. Black Black sky pressing on my bones, steady ringing through my soul. Every step cracks the ground like a king without a crown. Smoke trails cutting through the air, every breath tastes like despair. No more light, no more hope, just the edge of a tighter rope. Feel it rising in my chest, the same fear, it's what's left when the world burns away. Only the strong will stay. This is ground zero, where the strong survive. No mercy, no saviors, just the will to fight. This is ground zero, where the weak are raised. Step too close to the fire, you get lost in the blaze. It's falling like the rain, every wind comes dressed in pain. No heroes left inside, just shadows in the fight. Hear the echo of the shots, every name that time forgot. One wrong move, it's done, another ghost in the run. Hear the sirens in your head, every path is painted red. When the silence cuts deep, that's when legends don't sleep. This is ground zero, where the strong survive. No mercy, no saviors, just the will to fight. This is ground zero, where the weak are raised. Step too close to the fire, you get lost in the blaze. No escape now, no way out. Feel the pressure closing in, no retreat now. Stand your ground, this is where the end begins. Oh, oh, oh,
Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. As Carnage Network, Waylander Gaming presents Ground Zero. It is day number 3 in Lobby B, as we have some very sexy looking planes here. Electric.
Yeah, no, I see those helicopters. They look very, very good.
Yeah, some people got some money in this game, evidently. And
Yeah, definitely.
we're in Erangel. It's the start of the show, and with the way the plane is flying, right, I wonder if we're going to see military base as something that's going to happen, or will everybody just wait, jump early, as you can see, and just head off towards the typical places. But I mean, trying to get to from the map, right, trying to get to Rozhak, Boatyard, School, even Georgepol, right? Can you really get to that locations from here?
No, it's way too far. You can, if you find a car and then drive there, that is about the best option you have. But with this flight path, it's just too far. That's about, what, 3,000 meters?
Roughly. As a PST up against Nam already. Joker just trying to find some form of weapon. other than, fists.
Yeah, the problem is where they jump, there's also not a lot of loot.
Exactly. And so this is going to be a real interesting battle between the two teams. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Because they obviously know, right? They're in a location where there are others. But,
Yeah, definitely. And I think they're gonna have to kind of rely on the fact, and it looks like that is what Melton is now doing. Rely on the fact that they know that the loot is bad, so it's not just them struggling.
exactly. Because if you get a weapon, any weapon for that matter, right? I personally, right, I'd be saying, like, let's rush this. Let's
Yeah.
go in. Because, I mean, the odds of somebody else having something, right, is significantly low.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we're looking at Zeus here on the outskirts, right? He dropped outside the compound. There is no way that he has anything. And there's a pretty big split from the PST squad. But so far, Nam is just being patient and not really rushing it.
Yeah, but that's how we know them, right? We know that they are very, very patient with their gameplay. So, maybe they want that fight. They want the people to try and get some loot. So we won't know.
Yeah. It's just like, get the loot. We'll take it after that from your dead bodies.
Yeah, definitely.
As things stand, right? Two teams just sort of hovering around one another. Nothing really major as Momo walks through King 77. Has that patience, but Momo is just crawling to try to get to safety, but's gonna get flushed. Silence has been knocked next, and you can see sometimes patience is not on your side.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely thought that they had this in the bag, especially because Team 10 was so split up. But Momo, he really, I think, surprised not just us there.
Yeah, as Melton in the front lines here, there's going to be a knock. And oh, will this be a double? He's on the chase. Oh, beautiful play there. Should get a flash and a return. So that's going to be it. Oh, my goodness. As Zeus just gets to a little bit of safety. Silence still knocked. Joker's been knocked as well. And so is Melton in a 2v1 situation. Can we get this done? This should be a complete team wipe. And so Nam, from having the advantage in terms of position, it's GG's for them.
Yeah, that was very, very well done. And I definitely think that they surprised us there because we were kind of waiting for Nam to show us that discipline that they have with the waiting game. And they kind of took us by surprise there.
Exactly. And so it's S1 up against Headshot Hustlers. Yeah, nice. A bit of tag damage down to Finn. As Sakusa has been knocked, Finn is going to follow suit. Big battles going on here very early on. Especially, we only started with 35 players in Lobby B, right? And quite aggressive for this early part of the game.
Yeah, but I definitely think the flight path had a big role to play here because, I mean, obviously it didn't leave a lot of places to jump. So, you had to either jump very small and, take what loot you could get or jump big and risk the chance of jumping with a few teams, if not, just one or by yourself.
Yes. But it's always that, meanwhile, there's skirmishes happening here on the island as we just switch across here very quickly to what is going on. Yes, there was skirmishes, but it looks like one team wants to head out from here. UAE are being cornered in as the side of... This is a little bit of a mixed squad. Team number 12 goes for the prone. That's going to be a double knock spray being placed. Sparletta just going in here. Does he want to blow up the vehicle? Does he have the utility? He does. Goes for the molly. That's the clever plan, right? It was the right time for those utilities. Maybe a nade to follow up. There's the drive-by. This should be a wipe, I think. Oh, no. As it's going to be just one left alive. Sparletta is the only one in the mix. Everybody's trying to disengage, but Sparletta is so far away from everybody. He could be watching his entire team go up in smoke because of that play.
Yeah, definitely. And this is exactly what you don't want. I mean, the split is great if the people that push it can get those kills in, and they did. But then, lost all three players there.
Oh my goodness, Nagato managing to get another knock into the mix here. He has to be careful from what Sparletta can dish out from range. Because, I mean, this is very early on, so granted, you're not going to have all that you need to get this sorted out. As,
Yeah.
he didn't really go for the revival. There's his teammate in the front line. After those revives, oh my goodness, the rush play coming through here. Shotgun is out, blasts up, finally through the staircase, but works it to their advantage. I mean, pre-firing is pre-firing.
Yeah, and I mean, this guy is at 1 HP, but it really worked in their favor there.
Exactly. And so this is the military base being taken charge of, and whoa, we're down to 6 teams.
And a massive, I mean, we're still only at stage 1, so these guys really did not take any nonsense.
Yeah, it's like half the map just disappeared, just like that.
Yeah, so this is gonna be either a very long game, or these guys are gonna be running or looking for each other.
Most probably looking, right, because Erangel's not small.
No, it's not.
As everybody in the live chat seems to be greeting everybody else, which is nice. Sometimes that I'm just looking at what AE86 iOS is always scoping out his teammate, right? And sometimes I think, I wish we could turn friendly fire off. There's some teammates that I'd just like to kill.
Definitely. I mean, that one that keeps stealing the kills, or that one that never raises, you just to get a few shots in, not necessarily kill, but just to get some of that frustration out.
Oh no, kill them all. There are some people who are a detriment to the team. Meanwhile, oh my goodness, iOS getting knocked down. I think it must be a Samsung that has done it. And that's going to be from QCA. 2 teams eliminated. Oh, 2 players eliminated, shall I say.
Yeah, but they are really going to be reaching from the short end of the straw here, because they have to pass over this bridge. So it should be very interesting to see what the next part of this gameplay is going to be.
Yeah, the rest of UCA holding that line. I mean, they know that what is it? RV have to make that movement across. Okay, granted it is stage 1, so as we always say, it tickles, doesn't hurt. But how else can you get off?
Well, they can do the far wraparound. There is another bridge. Hoping that obviously there's no campers on that bridge. But they just killed this this player in front of them. So, and it looks like one of them are going over, maybe just testing the water.
Yeah, it's Region with the play across. As you said, I think he definitely knows that the shortest distance between the 2 points is the more dangerous one.
Yeah, he looks kind of like the scout to see if they stayed.
Yeah, and the scout being knocked in the EMP zone. So he needs teammates to come in here to help in the situation. Granted, his health bar is going to be ticking down a little bit slower than what you would expect, but his teammates are close by. He should be able to get the revive going. As you can see, the setup is in here for the show. Ooh, has spotted out where iOS happens to be. Smoke, the best thing.
The problem with this van is you can shoot underneath, and in that way getting knocked as well.
Yeah, as Region's health bar is just ticking down almost to an elimination. We're down to the final 20 players. as Linux 88 is the one just trying to provide a certain amount of cover. Has spotted out one player. He's making a movement across, but this is going to be the dance on the staircase. Can he get it? Just trying to get a little bit of a heal going on here. Goes in with a strafe, but's gonna get knocked by Nagato. Can Nagato go for the finisher? He did take a lot of damage. Shelby is there to provide a little bit of cover up for the teams. Nagato healing back up. He chose that opportunity to get something done. But this is a real battle of troubled waters. So with the finisher there, can he get anything more done? Shelby did lay out a bit of tag damage there, but Nagato is hereby he's lonesome. So now he's in a 2v1 situation. How long is he going to be staying in this zone? He's using quite a lot of his kit here. Oh, goes in, gets a bit of tag damage onto Shelby, who's trying to strafe through here. Who's got the control? It's Nagato who gets the finisher, but look at how low his health is. Oh my goodness, the EMP zone says no, thank you. And it's just Region left alive.
Oh, that is a very, very hard way to lose teammates. And now, obviously, you're coming out of blue zone. You are alone. So, yeah, that should be very, very interesting.
Yeah, meanwhile, we have a couple of teams heading off here towards one another. It's PSC, and they're close by to Headshot Hustlers. Yeah, boy. You know, I hear the sound in the background. That yeah, boy. It's so funny. It's okay. It's okay. You want a cough?
I was able to swallow that one.
Nobody's gonna judge you. However, Zeus here at the prone position. It's just the trio here up against 4 members of Headshot Hustlers who have the 2-2 split going. And again, we're only on stage 2, so it's sort of a patience game right now. Headshots Hustlers just outside the compound as PST defending. You know what I've noticed, right? Is there's a couple of teams who are really good at attacking, like compounds, and then there's others who are just good at defending. And so far, I haven't really seen a team that's good at both.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But again, I think that goes back to the strategist. Either the strategist is good at one or good at the other, not able to be good at both. Well, I've never met anyone that's good at both.
Yeah, but you know, you'd expect something like that to happen. I mean, how long has PUBG been running?
It's celebrating its 8th birthday this year.
Yeah, it's a crazy number of years. It's one of the biggest games mobile in the world. Headshot Hustlers deciding to disengage from this particular fight. So PST, they wouldn't know that really. They would have heard the vehicles, but nothing really doing just yet. Strategy of this game. I mean, I remember when this game first launched, right? There were times where, you know, when you actually go for like a drop from the plane, and there'll be like almost like 1,000 people there with you, right?
Yeah.
Things have changed since then.
Well, I didn't play 8 years ago. I've only been playing for about 4.5 years now. And yeah, I've never been in a lobby with that many people.
Yeah, it's like, you know, full 100 people, right? I mean, everybody drops, right? It's like the actual hot drop where pretty much everyone's going to the same place. And as you're parachuting down, you take a look around you, and it's like, oh my word, everybody is in there. Greta has been knocked as VM made their way across to PST, who still had lock of the compound, and so VM, I think they're trying to sort of fight from range, which we've seen them do some amazing things over the course of several tournaments, but up against I think it's what Headshot Hustlers now. That they're in competition with. Oh, it's difficult as it's going to be Sticks. Gets the knock onto Uli Tunes, but he is close by to get the revive.
Yeah, and that's the thing with fighting, at range. There's always, when you get that knock, someone close by to get the race. And it's very little that there's, no one around.
Agreed. I mean, we're just going to be watching these two teams fighting across the compound. Yes, are close by, right? But with 5 teams remaining, just 16 players in the lobby. As we expected at this particular stage, it's going to be that patience game, though the points system does not encourage it.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think PST is kind of, counting on that. Because I see, they're looking this way, but they are not taking any shots. So I think they are trying to play it as safe as possible to get as many, as close to the finisher as possible.
Yes, agreed. VM, they want to be a little bit more aggressive, right? There's just way too much open space now between them and Headshot Hustlers. Maybe they do have some vehicles, right? So I think maybe repositioning in terms of going for that vehicle player as PST, right? If we take a look at them, they're just here. They've heard the shots, and so far, I was just trying to stay out of it. Maybe come in for a potential third party, and it'll be a little bit of a guess as to when the right moment in time is going to be.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think, as you can see, VM is not really healing up fully, which can be quite concerning, meaning that, either they don't have enough mates, and if PST does push in, they're in quite a bit of trouble, considering that, like, only one of their players are at full health.
Yeah, exactly. As Region, the solo player, has been eliminated, and so that's going to be 4 teams remaining. We're heading into the final minute of stage 4, and so this is where we're getting close towards the end game, as Headshot Hustlers have decided to use the vehicles, which in this moment in time, with just 4 teams remaining, could be the best strategy.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm just trying to figure out, are they trying to go for PST now? Were they hoping for higher ground to get VM? I'm kind of unsure about what the strategy is here.
Yeah. With these few teams remaining, right? It's going to be. Oh my goodness! There's going to be a nice bit of tag damage from Benchy. Gets a knock, but again, it's like that fight from range, right? I suppose the real objective here is to force out the use of all those medikits.
Yeah, because I mean, the closer they get to final zone, there's no room for looting and building up loot and anything like that. So the more meds you use, the less you have at the end of maybe one team versus the other in the end.
Exactly. And if you can force out the utilities, like Benji doesn't have any utilities, managed to get to a bit of safety, but there's a battle, all 4 teams in the mix, as we can see, right, as we can just go a little bit more aerial to see what's happening. But all 4 teams are here right now. The question is, who's going to be making the first play?
Yeah, right now I think PST is, they're kind of in the middle of 3 teams, so I would say even though they have the compound, they are in the most trouble at the moment.
Yes. But I suppose what they'd be banking on is the fact that the other teams are all on the outskirts. So if they can just keep themselves safe and maybe potentially allow the others to just sort of
Fight it out.
Yeah, just kill each other.
Yeah, no, definitely. That is also a very good strategy. But I mean, we can see from here, those compounds have like windows everywhere. They would literally have to lie on their tummies to keep from being seen at all.
Yeah, these are not small windows, right? These are pretty big. As a persecutor there is just like, come on, PST, hoping his teammates can clutch this out. as we're heading into the final state. Benji manages to get a knock onto Ichigo. Ichigo is in a lot of danger right now. Will we see the flush coming through as Carnage? They took a position here just to the right, and the teams have spotted out where everybody is right now. It's so difficult to decide whose cam we're supposed to take a look at because everybody's in the mix right now.
And everyone's out in the open. It's literally just PST. So everyone has to kind of work with the same strategy, except PST, obviously.
Agreed. But the EMP zone is closing in, right? We've got 20 seconds to go for stage 5. Things are going to tighten up in just a few seconds, and there's no way they can maintain the spread that they have right now.
No, definitely not. And I mean, BlueZone's gonna start pushing them now in the next 3 seconds. So they're gonna have to start moving very, very quickly.
Exactly as Veta from Momentum Mori, just trying to get as much spray damage as possible. Waiting for the reload. His teammates are reasonably close by, but there's Headshot Hustlers. They're into the mix here. Will this be 2 taken down here? Both Beers and Veta are in the midst of a stage 5 EMP zone. This is going to be dangerous as Veta is just trying to get back to a little bit of safety. The EMP zone just tightening in. Bees has been knocked in the midst of the EMP zone, right? There's no way for a recovery right now. Veta just hoping to get the timing just right. He's just on that very edge as Tinkle and Oli Tunes not far behind, but I mean that was just way too much damage coming out as Oli Tunes, the solo member from Momentum Mori, manages to get a knock onto 2, but Headshot Hustlers with the pickoff onto 1. Oli Tunes just trying to survive this here as a Dream is just laying out the damage with bots as PST they've decided to exit the compound. We're down to the final 3 teams. This is going to be very crazy between the two of them. So we've got the duo up against duo. Granted, there was a bit of a knock, but there we see Tinkle managing to take down Sticks. I don't know. I can't really call who's going to be taking this.
No, neither. And it's to me very interesting that PTST actually put themselves in the middle of all the teams again.
Yeah, and in a place where the Dream is gonna get a lot of damage from the solo member from PST who didn't decide to go for the compound. Maybe that was a strat on their part, but this building, where they are, is kind of small.
It's very small. It's very small, and for 2 people to try and move around there is it's crazy.
Yeah, and with the nades that we've been seeing over the last few weeks, I don't know. I wouldn't be trusting being in such a small space.
No, no, neither would I. It's not safe at all.
So now we're up against Momentum Mori, up against PST. And PST have lost another member. Now it's going to be a straight out 2v2 between the squads. Sensei jumping across here, just using the tree line for cover. Has got Tinkle and Oli Tunes. Who's going to be taking this here? Sensei wants to go for the weapon swap, going in for the shotgun. A little bit of range in there, but oh my goodness, we're staying out. Can he get this done? That's a quick double for Sensei. With he really needs to do a good spot there.
That gun switch was crazy. I don't know how he did that. Well done.
Yeah, well done to them. As a PST and the sector 2204, your team actually managed to clutch it all out, and so they pick up that winner chicken dinner with 8 eliminations. Momentum Mori in second position with 5. Headshot Hustlers going in with 7 in third. Carnage, no eliminations in fourth. RV, 2 eliminations in 5th position. UCA, 6 eliminations in 6th. The combination of a couple of teams here, but ZZ with 1 elimination in 7th position. S1, no eliminations in 8th. And Nam was the first team we saw getting eliminated, picking up 1 elimination in 9th position. And with that, we head into the stars of the match with UCA's Nagato, with the going all out 5 eliminations. Sensei, best companion and finisher, all in one go. And that concludes game number 1.
Yeah, that was quite a quick game in the beginning, and we were waiting to kind of, get it moving again in the middle, and then here in the end it was like just everyone everywhere, and everything was very mixed, and yeah, it was very, very, very intense game.
Yeah, it was. And so this is going to take us into a wrangle coming up next. So we're going to have the pause screen for you in just a moment. I will be back with the action. So stay tuned. Have sensed the opportunity to go in for a bit of a rush play. All 4 members from the side of Team 89 in the mix, as we're just taking them. Lots of fire going out here. Nicely done by Mika. She gets the tag, has the knockdown and the elimination. She is quite low, but with the spread coming through from the rest of her squad, Smoke has been thrown up. Trying to throw a little bit of extra cover. Could be a potential third party in the background with team number 6 there, not far away. They would have heard the shot. It's Mika. That's not Mika, but she healed up. Lovely strafing, and led the charge, Mika, and this is an opportunity for you to get some shots in. As you can see, there's a lot of spray coming out. Gets a big bit of tag damage into the mix here, but can they get anything finished out? It's I think 21 and dead as well, and making the rush towards the compound. Have they spotted it out? Godzilla is looks like he's gonna go almost dead there. Just took a bit of tag damage, but you can't go in too much or too heavy, as his guns are blazing inside the building. That's going to be another knock. Smoke being thrown out there for cover, but everybody is being hunted down. It's only one shot left at this moment in time. Oh my goodness, look at that.
That was very, very strategic. Oh my soul.
That was
They
good.
did so well there.
Yeah.
Yes, and a lot of people, they don't like that now maps, but they definitely help for this. Being able to rush a compound, to keep a compound.
That way, you'll always have a plan to escape if you need to, instead of getting boxed in. Because you'll notice you're gonna get boxed in from fall. What a need! What
a need! It's like LeBron is back in the house.
Yeah, we just saw that thing pop out of nowhere. And another one. Oh, some smokes for his teammates.
Yeah, King T.
Very strategic smokes there.
Yeah. It's Elroy who's trying to make that wrap around here. King T, he used that smoke excellently. Got to a bit of safety behind the truck. But there's Team 17, Zeus Sovereign. They're coming in for some third party as well. Though they could have, it's Team 13 who ended up with a bit of a clash there in the background. I can see that on the mini screen, but we're going to see what's going on here as these two teams are heading in towards each other. With Team 17 trying to achieve the high ground play. Through the smoke cover, team number 5, which is Sierra Esports, they're making this rush through. Can they get this done? There's not that much cover. The smoke is there to provide that to a certain degree. And look at the play from Elroy. He spots out. He gets a knock. It's King T being taken down. Fury is in the mix. Slime tries to come in for some cover up. He gets caught out. It's only Kick-Ass. He's in a 1v4 situation. The nades are raiding it. Kick-Ass, can he kick some ass? He's trying to do something, but the hunt was on. Sierra Esports eliminates TikTok Titans.
I either have to wait it out so that Zonex and Fear can fight it out, or he's gonna have to make the first move, which on his part might just mean the end of his team.
Yeah. I agree with you. I'd be sitting there and trying to say that once they engage, the only time I want to go into this mix here.
Yeah, the third party it all the way.
Protein taking a lot of damage as Elroy is just there to provide the certain amount of cover, but there's no way he's going to be able to get close in. He's just waiting to be able to peek around the corner. I think we should see Protein being taken out, but he does know where Whitey is. The EMP zone will force Whitey closer towards where Elroy is. Trying to stay safe for the almost one, but he's taking a lot of tag damage. But oh, look at the control from Elroy as he gets it done. Oh, but the nade! What a nade! What a nade to finish it off. Persecutors with the chicken dinner. So we have LGBTQ plus crazy YZ from YT. A huge distance away, considering the plane decided to fly over the smallest region of the map. It's like it could have chosen any direction. It was like, yeah, we're heading east.
Yeah. Well, I was half and half. You know, I mean, they're gonna meet halfway there.
It is quite a distance, right? Because Montenegro is on the way. We do get quite a few people who like to go for this. But let me ask you guys this question, right? Would you want to go for your traditional hot drops, right? That you usually go for in rank? Or would you be thinking of, you know, second guessing a little bit and try for somewhere a little less common, but with still decent loot?
I would go for the second option. I know that kills are very great here. But you can always find more plays later on.
Yeah, you don't really want to get into... I
definitely agree.
Yeah, you don't really want to get into action too early. Especially with nothing on your side.
Yeah, it's an RNG game afterwards.
Yeah, and the thing with this map is the loot is not always very great. And you really have to be good at sniping to be able to really get this map under... Yeah, they're really doing the most.
Agreed. But let's take a look at Inspector. So Inspector is in his dune buggy. I agree with you. This map is not the most funnest, like personally. But you know, there are people. It is like how we say, different strokes for different folks. As Inspector tries to get a bit of tank damage here on team number 5. Oh, they managed to get Just King out of the vehicle. Protein has to reposition. Do they have the smoke cover in here? As Inspector saying, time to reload, trying to play some more fire into the mix. Between him and Iron, who they seem to have gotten team number 5, who finished off quite high in terms of position, but now they're in a lot of danger. Iron did get knocked, but it's Sahil who is close by, who has been eliminated, and so DC's in the meantime. Sahil on the high ground, providing out that bit of scouting. Teo has been knocked, Just King as well. But he was down by doing a lot of damage in the last game. There's a couple of nades coming through the way of Sahil. Protein is trying to hunt him up on the top of the mountain. Iron is still the only one that's in danger. Sahil with the strafing around the rock. He's got the Molotov. He's waiting for it to land. Wants to reposition behind the tree, but could that have been dangerous? Inspector took a lot of damage from that. He throws out a bit of smoke to provide the cover. This is a 1v1 battle for note. And it's Sahil who gets the win.
That was crazy movement. Well done.
Yeah, the strafing on point from Sahil as Inspector gets that one more, or actually the quick double elimination and then.
Yeah, definitely. And I really think that we don't, as South Africans, we don't get enough recognition until we reach like the top tier where we're fighting against other countries. So I definitely agree with that.
T21X has I Am Sage in the scope. Oh, the nade coming through there. Down oh, it's on fire. I Am Sage gets the opportunity to heal back up. Used it for cover, but it needs the teammates to make that play across. The nade's raining in onto T21X. He's alone here. He's in a 1v4 situation. The smoke cover from Sage, but do they know that T21X is alone? I don't think so. He's providing enough cover for a fire cover for an entire team. So it's team number 14, Adult World, who are deciding to be a bit safe because they don't know whether they could be heading into a trap right now. In the right choice here, just trying to hightail it. Sasuke is the one waiting patiently. He's gonna throw a little bit of fire. Can he get that? He gets a knock onto Dead. Now it's a patience game. He's gonna have to wait for that moment time when his teammates can make the wraparound play. Dead is being locked down. Bo has to hightail it because I think it's just Bo and Dead left alive. Yes, it is.
We have one more there in the back, way back, moving in from the right-hand side.
I wonder why there was such a huge split between them. But Bo, he's trying to get enough cover for Dead, but I don't know. It's too difficult for them to try to get that revive. So much open space here.
Definitely looks like they're going for that confirm. We do have Shelby moving in as well. Not in time. Oh, well done. Well done.
What a knock from Bo. How did he even see that through the smoke? Oh, he gets knocked into the turn as Woody is making his way across. Shelby trying to find a bit of cover. Team number 6, which is our Infinity gang, they're making their way across. And they said it's time between the two teams. Third parting is real. As we're watching Team 6, they're just real and dead. Where Woody is, who has decided not to say anything. Oh, looks like we're in for that GTA style play as Silverbot in the vehicle. The dropout here, dangerous, gets the knock onto Sasuke. Can they get the rush played through? Sage is on the other side of the mountain. Makes me sing that song coming around the mountain, but I don't think it's when she comes, because the way they've got Sasuke in position here, Electric, it's looking deadly.
Yeah, I think definitely that teammate definitely went on to greener pastures, if we can put it like that. Just trying to get the team some placement points.
He has been spotted out here, but a tag damage coming through from aimbot. We did watch some damage there in the early part of the game. Some tag damage here. The guy is taking a lot. Sergio just empties an entire clip into the distance. Now has to hightail it as shots are coming from every day. Sage and Woody just trying to survive for the most part. This is one of the more dangerous places to be, which is the edge of the EMP zone. Oh, nice tag damage coming from Sage as a one shot has been taken down with a couple of shots. The need, waiting to go for it. Landing through, took a lot of tag damage, but is in a 1v4 situation with Woody just on the outskirts. They're providing that little decent bit of cover. Meanwhile, Mika is going ham on the outside, gets a couple of knocks with the aimbot, trying to take down. Oh, that's 3 knocks there on the outskirts. We're just watching Sage, I think, teabag nothing. We saw that Sage just peeking up and down. The repositioning, wants to try to make that movement, but that was too much of open ground to go for, and Sage is eliminated. Here's Woody left alive, up against, well, pretty much everybody. Got 17 players in the mix, 7 teams available. EMP zone closing in. Aimbot is the one trying to get those plays onto our previous winners. Firing shots. There was a couple of self-revives making his way. Aimbot now takes quite a tag damage, but they've got them on lockdown here. He's just going to be waiting for his teammates. Aimbot with the repositioning. He needs his teammates to come across, but there's a lot of a spread between him and everybody else. We're just watching Brutal Joe fighting that extra bit of cover. There's so much smoke here coming through from team number 13. Zone X, they're using the vehicles. They get one person to reposition. Now the EMP zone closes in here. It's Brutal Joe in the midst of the EMP zone, turning around and spraying out quite a bit of shots. But we do see Zone X having that ability to reposition. Brutal Joe, he's like, I've also got to hightail it now. It's stage number 5. This just doesn't tickle, it hurts. But so going to be a lot of danger right now. Mika, oh, get the opportunity. Mika gets knocked, and is Buddha Joe, who's trying to get himself out of the aimbot, is in a lot of danger. Has been knocked as well. Buddha Joe, he's trying to crawl his way up the mountain cover, gets to a certain degree of safety, but oh my goodness, that was intense.
We have quite a few teams who have 1-1-1 players. I haven't been looking at the kill feed, but I'm pretty sure we have 2 or 3 teams who only have 1 players left. So this should be very interesting if it's going to be a 1v1 or a 3v1 in the end.
Yeah, I like to see those 1v1s in the end. They kind of get me off the edge of my seat. which I think if anybody ever tunes, I kind of get excited, right? I do apologize for my level of excitement sometimes.
Someone misformed
if-
Table Mountain and
Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. We are in Murmur for the second game of the evening, and well, this is quite a big map for us to play in. And the plane this time around just a little bit more central in its path, which means that there could potentially be a huge spread between everybody.
Definitely, yeah. And I mean, there's a lot of big places that they have the possibility of jumping to. We are kind of hoping, because of the little teams, we only have 9 teams in, so kind of hoping that a lot of the teams go for the same spots.
Yeah, well, with the drop this early, it looks like they're all heading in the same direction. They're like, yeah, let's change the battle royale into a straight out brawl.
Definitely, yeah.
Alright, they're spreading out a little bit. San Martin is a probable location, right? As I think a couple will be heading off towards Picado. Memento Mori, they've already went for this early drop here in San Martin. They've got UCA not far off, but I mean, as you said, right, these locations are quite huge, so what looks close is really far away.
Definitely, yeah. On the small map there at the top, it looks like they're just here, but it's normally quite a bit. There should be a few houses between these guys.
Yes, exactly so. We have team number 14, which is Nam, who are also just there on the mountaintop, right? Once more, they went for a drop outside of a city, which obviously would affect the loot that they can pick up. We can just see from this aerial view how far spread out these teams are. Meanwhile, we do have some action going on. It's Headshot Hustlers. Where are they located though? Oh, it's good to be at Hacienda del Patron. They're in the mix here up against RV. Both Shelby and Region have been knocked. The rest of the team are trying to close this gap down. Shelby wasn't knocked. Oh, Bounce Mickey is moving across in that open space. You don't want to do that. Open space is the death of many.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, we've seen Headshot Hustlers. They kind of like dropping Murmur, taking the first gun they can find and just, going for it, which is very uncharacteristic for teams in a Murmur game.
Exactly. Benji has been knocked and eliminated, as it's going to be a 2v3 situation. It's just Dream and Sticks. Now they're gonna have to try to defend this situation, and we were talking about how when it comes to defense, teams are either really good at the offense or defense. Really not both, but let's see what Headshot are going to bring to the party.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, this is also, as we can see, there's no mates, there's no throwables. They literally are fighting with the guns and the loot that they got firsthand.
Yeah. I mean, this is just at the legitimate start of the game, and both teams trying to get some sort of advantage. Sticks has the shotgun, but the shotgun is, I would say, a little bit more of a defensive weapon. In such a situation, because you don't have the numbers advantage. It's not like you're going to be playing aggressively right now.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I mean, looking at how quick Sticks is in previous matches that we have seen, the shot team might actually playing his advantage.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it's UCA with the pickoffs. We're down to 28 players. Dream just skirting around the outside of the building. Has been spotted up, but needs to be quite safe. But oh, there's the headshot, and Dream has been knocked. it's only his teammate left alive. They're going to be taking on a full team wipe. We're already down to 8 teams with this particular skirmish.
Yeah, and I think that's the sad thing about Myanmar is, you cannot land and go into a fight immediately. You won't have mates, you won't have the loot. It's just not made for that.
Yeah, as it's Memento Mori, second team out of the list. We're down to 7. As we take a look at the map, potential third party coming in from S1. I think they would have heard the shots. Are they going to be heading in that direction? Kamikaze is just either trying to reposition or deciding that they should wait a little later on for the engagement.
I think he's rather, they know they need the loot. We can see here as well, he has 5 bandages, 1 nade, no mates. So, no, I would think that they are going straight for another compound for more loot.
Agreed. Getting into a fight very early on is it's dangerous, right? Without what you need.
Definitely, and Myanmar is just not the map for that. If it was Erangel or Rondo, I would say definitely go for it. If you are confident in the gun that you pick up, go for it. But this is not the map for that. Yeah, you either find a handgun, a shotty, or a sniper. It is very rare that you find anything else, and especially you don't. I mean, it's 1 in 100 maybe chance that you land on the gun that you want.
Yes, agreed. I mean, it plays what you actually manage to loot up, right? Dictates a large portion of how your playstyle is going to be. We're looking at RV here. There's just 2 of them left remaining, and they're in a 2v4 situation, which you don't really want to deal with. As a team number 7, UCA are making their movement across. Could they potentially scout out where? Look at the drifting that's going on here, which could potentially lead them towards S1, but with that drift and turn around, it looks like they're heading in the complete opposite direction.
Well, they spend so much money on these cars, I think they need to drift everywhere they go.
Yeah. Sometimes I look at the skins and everything else, right, that you have. You could have bought a car in real life.
Yeah, and I mean, some of these accounts, you're not even lying. It's very, very, very close to the truth.
Well, people love games. We're all gamers, right? I know I'm saying this like in judgment, but personally, right, the amount of money I've spent on skins, let's not even talk about it.
We would rather not start naming amounts here.
Yeah. Because some of the skins, they look so good, right? I just can't leave it alone. As Finn here, just trying to spray out some damage. Kamikaze, I think, is the one closest to where RV was, with the callouts. Making his way on foot, but RV, they're in a vehicle, so they should be able to not just disengage, but potentially get a wraparound. But there is a huge split between the members of S1.
Yeah, no, and again, in this map, it's probably not the best strategy to split up that or have that big of a gap between the players.
Though I'd say the number of teams and players on the map might affect how teams decide to play, because it's not as if you're going to have a ton of people who are close by to try to just get those third-party actions going. Maybe there's just 24 players left here in Myanmar. Maybe having the spread allows you to have a better chance of giving the team the comms for vision.
Yeah, and well, the thing with Myanmar is again, the strategist plays a very big role. Number 1. Number 2, you can have high ground here and still be lower than the team, maybe 500 meters from you or 200 meters from you. So it's very hard here to say, okay, now you have height advantage, because you might be at the highest point and turn around and someone else might be even higher. So it is a very, this is a very strategic map. The others as well, but this one even more so.
Yeah, the terrain, it leads to it. It's a very technical map.
Yeah, it is. It is. Definitely.
Meanwhile, we're just watching Naum head into the line of sight of UCA. They managed to get not just the knock, but the flash onto Momo. Though Naum have the high ground advantage in this situation. But again, it's a huge battle from range. There's a bit of a wraparound plane coming out from iOS here. Did Nam sense that something's happening? Silence is on the vehicle as well. Just trying to close the distance down. My goodness. You know, if this was real life and people were driving a car like this.
Well, number one, I would not in my life drive a car like this in a desert, because I mean, it's gonna be what? Not even a month when you can throw the car away with all this sand.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you were in the Middle East, that's kind of what they do.
True. They have the money for that.
Oil money is good money. Evidently. Meanwhile, there's skirmishes happening all across the map now. All of a sudden, everything decided to kick off. As PST in the mix here with Team 12. Draco having been knocked. And well, this is the point in time. He has been revived, right? This is the point in time he's been like probably screaming out, "I will tell my father." That's a Harry Potter reference for those of you who don't know.
I'm pretty sure they heard us. They heard us. They maybe didn't jump together, but they are ending up together very, very quickly.
Yeah, it's just Spalletta. He's being hunted down here as we're just watching the dance around. And that should be... Is it? Spalletta somehow? Wow, but it's going to be PST with the full team wipe. Their players haven't been flushed. So 2 revives will be on the way. Meanwhile, Joker locked down behind that car. Oh my goodness! Look at the damage coming out. He's strapped between a rock and a hard place. Quite literally. As there's no one close by for the rest.
Yeah, and again, this is if you are split this far apart in Myanmar, it is a big problem, unless you know what you're doing, or you know you have some sort of strategy. But I feel like this was maybe not intentional to split
Oh my goodness. Nagato getting the double knock there. There's UCA picking up the kills. We're already down to just 5 teams and it's still stage 2.
Yeah, that's crazy. And we were worried that this was going to be a very long game, but they are really looking for each other.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, no. We're not gonna take long here. And on a map this size, right, to be able to just hunt each other down, PST, they've got 2 players knocked here as RV, Region, and Shelby are going in to close things out. Carnage is in the mix as well. They've got a split in. Could be a potential third party. Will we see the drive-bys coming through? I think that might be 2. Taken out of the equation. That's going to be a double going the way of Region. And so now it's going to be a straight 2v2 situation where Region just looting up, smoking, just to provide that little bit of protection so that they can maybe reposition going for the next double.
I think Team 11 is now very close as well. So we're now looking at a third party where, Team 11, they kind of have the advantage. They have 4 players where the other teams only have 2 each.
Exactly. There's a little bit of a reposition. But Carnage, they want to try to get the final 2 members of PST. There was a knock onto Granny 001. Huge distance between them and the teammates. They went for I think a little bit of a 3-1 split.
Yeah, I also think so. And it kind of didn't work for them, but at least they have more players than the other teams, so they will be able to at least fall back and get that race back in.
Exactly, exactly. As there's King putting a lot of pressure here on the duo from the side of Carnage, but he's got not enough cover. He's just using the smoke as best he can, waiting for some vision to come through. But that smoke's not gonna last forever, and in a dangerous position right now.
Yeah, he might not be between a rock and a hard place, but he's definitely between a tree and four very volatile players.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, shots are coming in. Zeus has been knocked. And so King now is thinking to himself, oh my goodness, I'm in a lot of danger right now. I mean, Persecutors did manage to pick up the chicken dinner in the last game. But with the RV on the high ground, King taking damage from all sides here, trying to return a little bit of fire just to get that little bit of safety. Gets the tag damage onto Granny 001. But with the rest of Carnage there, they're hoping to try to reposition, but Shelby takes down Zeus, and that's going to be King left on his lonesome. Still 5 teams into the mix, but only 12 players remaining as we're heading into the final minute and a half of stage 2.
It's crazy that they're only in stage 2. Yo.
What a shot! In both directions. I mean, King, that was a beautiful shot there onto Regian. But the finisher there coming through from Granny 001. As we're down to the final 4 teams, still only stage 2. I mean, I cannot tell you. Granted, we didn't start off with many teams, right? Let's be honest. But with the less number of teams, I don't think I've ever seen like more than 50% of the lobby being eliminated in just stage 1.
No, definitely not. It's very unheard of. But they are doing very well. I mean, normally this is a very long map, so they're doing very, very well.
Yeah. Neither of the or any of the teams involved here want to be a bit patient with this. They want to go straight in for the kills as the EMP zone is now closing in. The repositioning is in here as RV are making their movement across. I think they would have scouted out and been spotted by the side of Carnage, but Granny 001 is on a lonesome. It's so difficult to try to land anything here. I mean, just look at how bumpy this terrain is.
Yeah, this is like driving over speed humps permanently. That's like all you're doing.
Yeah. It's so difficult to try to get a lock onto anything. They do spot out Zany here, Shelby, but just not enough of vision to try to get that knock coming through. However, RV are heading into a 2v4 situation. The question is, are they going to be risking it?
I wouldn't. I would just fall back. Looking at their loot, they're not too bad off. They have quite a bit of throwables, quite a bit of mates, but I mean, there's still 11 players left, of which there are only 2. So I would try and reposition and see if there's not maybe a team with less players than the one that they were currently facing.
Agreed. Meanwhile, S1 seem to have spotted out where UCA happens to be. But they're fighting across this, which is what you see in Murmur a lot of times. Fighting across like hilltop to hilltop.
Yeah, definitely. And it makes it hard because the hilltop's not just hilltop, it's very bumpy. You can slip off at any moment.
Exactly. Oh, meanwhile, it looks like RV and Carnage have decided to engage upon one another. So it's going to be, there's 4 teams left, right? And 2 of them are engaging on the other 2.
They have like some sort of, what do you call it, GPS tracker to know where everyone is.
Yeah, true. Ethan did take a lot of damage, right? But if you're on the side of Team 11 Carnage, right? With the numbers advantage, if you've got some vehicles with you, it might be best to be a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I think by now they should know that there's only 2 players left here. They've been, following these guys around from outside zone already. So I would think that they would know by now there's only 2.
Exactly. As Zanny here just has Region in the line of fire. Meanwhile, Ethan on the top of the hill here in a bit of a battle with Shelby. Both the players just getting a bit of tag onto one another. But I mean, personally, right, I'd be going in for the rush right now.
Definitely, yeah. And I mean, there hasn't been so much fire that you don't know that there's only 2 players. So I'm kind of trying to figure out if they are thinking that maybe the other 2 of this team is just close by, but not exactly where the rest are, or if they realize that there is only 2 players and they're just waiting to see what happens.
I agree with you on your first sentiment, right? You should know. So, I mean, if you don't know by now, or with that amount of vision, you'll never know. So, I think they definitely do know. It's a question of wanting to have that aggressiveness and making certain decisions. It all comes down to the shot caller, as Granny 001 has decided this is that moment in time. Gets the knocker to Shelby and the flush as well. And this, as we were saying, right, this was that moment in time to be aggressive. Zany is the other one coming across as Region is in the building. If you've got the utilities, it's not a huge space. Oh, the shotgun's coming out here, dancing around the door, the slave's coming through, but what a blast to the face as Carnage takes out RV with down to the final 3.
Yeah, and again, those shotties in this map, it just does something. In this map, it works.
It does. When we went into week 1, right, or the first day, I was like, okay, shotties in Murmur, not so sure, but with the way teams play right now, I mean, that a very aggressive style, it allows something to be done with that. And these 2 teams right now, S1 are in the middle of the EMP zone and it's stage 4, and they're in a battle.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like Erangel where you can just quickly drive around and the team can see you, but not that bad. Yeah, you have to miss mountains and you have to miss houses and so you're basically driving around half of the map, trying to get out of blue zone and miss a team. It's
Yeah, boy.
you have to be prepared for that.
Exactly. And so S1, I think they went with the repositioning right now. Yeah, just realizing trying to come in through that particular region is not going to be very good. Carnage are more centralized in terms of the EMP zone, so everybody else is going to be heading off towards them. And as we said, it's the final 3 teams, 9 players in the mix. The Carnage with the numbers advantage, though.
Yeah, definitely. They are doing very, very well in this particular game. I know we've been hearing a lot from other teams, and they haven't gotten time to show us what they are made of. But I think they're definitely doing that in tonight's second map.
True. And well, this is going to be a very nice taste of what action we expect in the 3rd game of the evening. But like we said, Carnage, they're trying to get a lock onto with as much vision as possible in the safe zone. It's the final minute of stage 4. We're heading into stage 5, and this is really the time where you have to make the decision. Do you play on the outskirts of the safe zone, as you can see S1 and UCA, or do you go for the same strat that Carnage is using, which is get into position early?
Yeah, that definitely, your strategist plays a very big role there, because I mean, if you call the shots and they're wrong, you are kind of killing your entire team.
Agreed. Though, with only 3 teams remaining, personally, I think maybe getting into position early is good. As S1, they will be spotted out here. Like Cranny would have seen them just from the top of this hilltop. We head into stage 5 now, so the EMP zone is going to be forcing everybody towards them. They particularly are also on the edge of the safe zone, but waiting there right now is going to give them the opportunity to get something done, as there's going to be a battle here between all the teams in a mix, as S1 with their 3 players remaining have spotted out iOS from the side of Team 7. Can they get something done? Utilities are out as Finn on the high ground. He's just providing a little bit of vision, but he's going to get something. The day comes through, but oh my goodness, how did you see from the low ground take advantage of this? This is a double knock. Kamikaze and Finn, they're in a lot of danger. That should be a double elimination here, by the looks of it. Zakuza needs to try to provide some cover for the teammates, but he's low on health as well. Could we see another team being taken out of the equation?
And again, this is where your health is a plays a very big role, because I mean, if we look at, he has no mates. He has, I think, maybe a full and that's it.
Yeah, Zakuza trying to do the best he can, as Nagato is just weaving in and out of cover. As Cranny manages to take out Nagato from range, as Carnage, now they sense the opportunity for some third-party action. They're like, no, we're not even waiting for Zone 6. Everything's going to be taking place right now.
And all that outside zone.
Exactly. And so it's a 1v1v4. Carnage are in the best possible position to clutch this out. Can they do it though? We've seen some miracles happen, but this is difficult for either Team 4 or 7 to try to get anything done.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think this is gonna be a trial and error for us as well, to see how well this goes.
Exactly. As it's a Carnage on the high ground. So I mean, position-wise, they have pretty much everything in their favor.
Yeah, no, they definitely do.
Still the 6 players remaining. We're inching towards stage 6 at this moment in time. There's a rush play coming through from Carnage. They went in for a 2-2 split. They want to double team Zakuza here. But it's iOS who's also made that movement across, so this could be hectic. This is going to be, I think, probably all to play for right at this moment in time, as Zakrani in the front line would have spotted out where iOS happens to be. Zany making that movement across. There's utilities being thrown in. Zakuza taking a lot of damage as he's switching to that shotgun, as Zakuza is going to be taken out after getting the pick onto iOS, as the two of them were there. And now it's a 1v4 situation. Zany trying to get something done. And that's going to be Carnage with the chicken dinner in this, the second game. So Carnage picking up 5 eliminations and the winner chicken dinner. S1, 1 elimination in second position. UCA with, oh my goodness, 10 eliminations in third position. RV with 7 eliminations in fourth. PST 4 eliminations in fifth. Nam no eliminations in sixth. A little bit of combo squad here with Spoletta, Draco, Faker, and Co with no eliminations in 7th position. Memento Mori 1 elimination in 8th, and Headshot Hustlers 1 elimination in 9th. The stars of the show going all out goes to 443 iOS with 7 eliminations. Faker picking up best companion with 3 rescues, and Zany, as we got to see, with the finisher. Now, with that being said, we're gonna head once more into our pause screen. We'll be back in just a moment with game number 3. have sensed the opportunity to go in for a bit of a rush play. All 4 members from the side of Team 89 in the mix, as we're just taking a look. Lots of fire going out here. Nicely done by Mika. She gets the tag, has the knockdown and the elimination. She is quite low, but with the spread coming through from the rest of her squad, smoke has been thrown out. Trying to throw in a little bit of extra cover. Could be a potential third party in the background with team number 6 there, not far away. They would have heard the shot. If Miko, that's not Mika, but she healed up. Lovely strafing and well, led the charge, Mika, and this is an opportunity for you to get some shots in. As you can see, there's a lot of spray coming out. Gets a big bit of tag damage into the mix here, but can they get anything finished out? It's I think 21 and dead as well, and making the rush towards the compound. Have they spotted it out? Godzilla looks like he's gonna go almost dead there. Just took a bit of tag damage, but you can't go in too much or too heavy, as his guns are blazing inside the building. That's going to be another knock. Smoke being thrown out there for cover, but everybody is being hunted down. It's only one shot left at this moment in time. Oh my goodness, look at that.
That was very, very strategic. Oh, my soul.
That was
They
good.
did so well there.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they don't like that well maps, but they definitely help for this. Being able to rush a compound, to keep a compound.
That way, you'll always have a plan to escape if you need to, instead of getting boxed in. Because you'll notice you're gonna get boxed in from far. What a need! What?
What a need! It's like LeBron is back in the house.
Yeah, we just saw that thing pop out of nowhere.
My
And another one. Oh, some smokes for his teammates.
Yeah, King T.
Very strategic smokes there.
Yeah. It's Elroy who's trying to make that wrap around here. King T, oh, he used that smoke excellently. Got to a bit of safety behind the truck. But there's Team 17, Zeus Sovereign. They're coming in for some third party as well. Though they could have, it's Team 13 who ended up with a bit of a cash there in the background. I can see that on the mini screen, but we're going to see what's going on here as these two teams are heading in towards each other. With Team 17 trying to achieve the high ground play through the smoke cover. Team number 5, which is Sierra Esports, they're making this rush through. Can they get this done? There's not that much cover. The smoke is there to provide that to a certain degree. And look at the play from Elroy. He spots out. He gets a knock. It's Fury. King T being taken out. Fury is in the mix. Slime tries to come in for some cover up. He gets caught out. It's only Kickass. He's in a 1v4 situation. The nades are raiding it. Kickass, can he kick some ass? He's trying to do something, but the hunt was on. Sierra Esports eliminates TikTok Titans.
Either have to wait it out so that Zonex and Fear can fight it out, or he's gonna have to make the first move, which on his part might just mean the end of his team.
Yeah. I agree with you. I'd be sitting there and trying to say that once they engage, that's the only time I want to go into this mix here.
Yeah, the third party it all the way.
Yeah, Protein taking a lot of damage as Elroy is just there to provide the certain amount of cover, but there's no way he's going to be able to get close in. He's just waiting to be able to peek around the corner. I think we should see Protein being taken out, but he does know where Whitey is. The EMP zone will force Whitey closer towards where Elroy is. He's trying to stay safe for the most part, but he's taking a lot of tag damage. But oh, look at the control from Elroy as he gets it. Oh, but the nade! What a nade! What a nade to finish it off. Persecutors with the chicken dinner. So we have LGBTQ plus crazy YZ from YT a huge distance away, considering the plane decided to fly over the smallest region of the map. It's like it could have chosen any direction. It was like, yeah, we're heading east.
Yeah. Well, I was half and half. I mean, they're gonna meet halfway there.
It is quite a distance, right? Because Montenegro is on the way. We do get quite a few people who like to go for this. But let me ask you guys this question, right? Would you want to go for your traditional hot drops, right? That you usually go for in rank? Or would you be thinking of, second guessing a little bit and try for somewhere a little less common, but with still decent loot?
I would go for the second option. I know that kills are very great here. But you can always find more plays later on.
Yeah, you don't really want
I
to get
definitely
into.
agree.
Yeah, you don't really want to get into action too early, especially with nothing on your side.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the
it's
thing with
it's an
this,
RNG game afterwards.
yeah, and the thing with this map is the loot is not always very great, and you really have to be good at sniping to be able to really get this map under. Yeah, they're really doing the most.
Agreed. But let's take a look at Inspector. So Inspector is in his dune buggy. I agree with you. This map is not the most funnest, like, personally. But there are people. It is like how we say different strokes for different folks. As Inspector tries to get a bit of tank damage here on team number 5. Oh, they managed to get Just King out of the vehicle. Protein has to reposition. Do they have the smoke cover in here? As Inspector saying, time to reload, trying to play some more fire into the mix here. Between him and Iron, who they seem to have gotten team number 5, who finished off quite high in terms of position, but now they're in a lot of danger. Iron did get knocked, but it's Sahil who is close by, who has been eliminated, and so DC's in the meantime. Sahil on the high ground, providing out that bit of scouting. Teo has been knocked. Just King as well. But he's doing a lot of damage in the last game. There's a couple of nades coming through the way of Sahil. Protein is trying to hunt him up on the top of the mountain. Iron is still the only one that's in danger. Sahil with the strafing around the rock. He's got the Molotov. He's waiting for it to land. Wants to reposition behind the tree, but could that have been dangerous? Inspector took a lot of damage from that. He throws out a bit of smoke to provide the cover. This is a 1v1 battle for note. And it's Sahil who gets the win.
That was crazy movement. Well done.
Yeah, the strafing on point from Sahil as Inspector gets that one more, or actually the quick double elimination and then.
Yeah, definitely. And I really think that we don't, as South Africans, we don't get enough recognition until we reach like the top tier where we're fighting against other countries. So I definitely agree with that.
T21X has I Am Sage in the scope. Oh, the nade coming through there. Down the it's on fire. I Am Sage gets the opportunity to heal back up. Used it for cover, but it needs the teammates to make that play across. The nade's raining in onto T21X. He's alone here. He's in a 1v4 situation. The smoke cover from Sage, but do they know that T21X is alone? I don't think so. He's providing enough cover for a fire cover for an entire team. So it's team number 14, Adult World, who are deciding to be a bit safe because they don't know whether they could be heading into a trap right now. Making the right choice here. Just trying to hightail it. Sasuke is the one waiting patiently. He's gonna throw a little bit of fire. Can he get that? He gets a knock onto Dead. Now it's a patience game. He's gonna have to wait for that moment time when his teammates can make the wraparound play. Dead is being locked down. Bo has to hightail it because I think it's just Bo and Dead left alive. Yes, it is.
We have one more there in the back, way back, moving in from the right-hand side.
I wonder why there was such a huge split between them. But Bo, he's trying to get enough cover for Dead, but I don't know. It's too difficult for him to try to get that revive. So much open space here.
Definitely looks like they're going for that confirm. We do have Shelby moving in as well. Not in time. Oh, well done.
What a knock from Bo. How did he even see that through the smoke? Oh, he gets knocked in return as Woody is making his way across. Shelby trying to find a bit of cover. Team number 6, which is our Infinity gang, they're making their way across. And they said it's time between the two teams. Third partying is real. As we're watching Team 6, they just real and dead where Woody is, who has decided not to say anything. Oh, looks like we're in for that GTA style play as Silverbot in the vehicle. The drop out here, dangerous, gets the knock onto Sasuke. Can they get the rush played through? Sage is on the other side of the mountain. Makes me sing that song, Coming Around the Mountain, but I don't think it's when she comes. Because the way they've got Sasuke in position here, Electric, it's looking deadly.
Yeah, I think definitely that teammate definitely went on to greener pastures, if we can put it like that. Just trying
Too
to get the
open as
team
he's trying
some
to get in
placement
towards the
points.
box. He has been spotted out here. But a tag damage coming through from aimbot. We did watch team number 3 do some damage there in the early part of the game. So just trying to some tag damage here. The guy is taking a lot. Sergio just empties an entire clip into the distance. Now has to hightail it as shots are coming from every day. Sage and Woody just trying to survive for the most part. This is one of the more dangerous places to be, which is the edge of the EMP zone. Oh, nice tag damage coming from Sage as a one shot has been taken down with a couple of shots. The nade, we need to go for it. Nade landing through, took a lot of tag damage, but is in a 1v4 situation with Woody just on the outskirts. They're providing that little decent bit of cover. Meanwhile, Mika is going ham on the outside, gets a couple of knocks with the aimbot, trying to take down, oh, that's 3 knocks there on the outskirts. We're just watching Sage, I think, teabag nothing. We saw that Sage, just peeking up and down. With the repositioning. Wants to try to make that movement, but that was too much of open ground to go for, and Sage is eliminated. Here's Woody. Woody left alive. Up against, well, pretty much everybody. Got 17 players in the mix, 7 teams available. EMP zone closing in. Aimbot is the one trying to get those plays onto our previous winner. Firing shots. There was a couple of self-revives making his play. Aimbot now takes quite a tag damage, but they've got them on lockdown here. He's just going to be waiting for his teammates. Aimbot with the repositioning. He needs his teammates to come across, but there's a little bit of a spread between him and everybody else. We're just watching Brutal Joe providing that extra bit of cover. There's so much of smoke here coming through from team number 13, Zone X. They're using the vehicles. They get one person to reposition. Now the EMP zone closes in here. It's Brutal Joe in the midst of the EMP zone, turning around and spraying out quite a bit of shots. But we do see Zone X having that ability to reposition. Brutal Joe, he's like, I've also got to hightail it now. It's stage number 5. This just doesn't tickle, it hurts. But so going to be a lot of danger right now. Mika, oh, he had the opportunity. Mika gets knocked. And is Buddha Joe, who's trying to get himself out of the aimbot, is in a lot of danger. Has been knocked as well. Buddha Joe, he's trying to crawl his way up the mountain cover. Gets to a certain degree of safety. But oh my goodness, that was intense.
We have quite a few teams who have 1-1-1 players. I haven't been looking at the kill feed, but I'm pretty sure we have 2 or 3 teams who only have 1 players left. So this should be very interesting if it's going to be a 1v1 or a 3v1 in the end.
Yeah, I like to see those 1v1s. Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. We're in Rondo for the 3rd match, and then for some strange reason we've got more teams who have decided to like skip the first 2 games and join us for game number 3.
Yeah, and we're not complaining. We are very happy about that. I think maybe it might be it might play a big role that you know, Rondo is the place to make up kills. So maybe that's the idea that they had.
Yeah, and let me ask you this, Electric. Where do you think they're gonna land?
I wonder. I really don't think it's going to be an obvious place, you know.
It can't be. I mean, it's Rondo. There's so many places. It's like one of, if not the biggest map in the entire game. Can't be that everybody's going to the same place.
No, definitely not. Why would they? I mean, you want time to loot and you want... Oh, we all know. We all know. If you play this map, you know where you're going.
Oh, silence. Made his way up the staircase and got silenced. This should be the first flush of the game. So that's points on the board. But granted, you got the ability to go for those recalls. Melton trying to dance around here, taking a lot of damage. Momo is still in that parachute. He's getting to the high ground here. Is Melton going for the jump across, but is he going to get spotted out? Oh my goodness, that's going to be Silence and Melton take it out. Oh, it's just Momo. He's like, guys, I just jumped off the plane.
I'm gonna go for that recall. Be quick.
Oh my word. As this battle's continuing, it's headshot hustlers in here. Let me see if we can try and get sort of an aerial view between the teams here. As it's rooftop battles are plenty going on. Peaky Blinders are one of the squads that have just joined in the mix, and they're already racking up those eliminations.
Yeah, they want to make up for those skills.
Yeah, well, you missed 2 games. You've got a lot to make up for.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, we have seen in previous games they play very strategically. So hopefully that it works in their favor, making up for the 2 previous games, as well as getting some extra points to put them higher up on the overall list.
Agreed. So it's just 2 members left alive here for Headshot Hustlers. As there's going to be another knock as Dream trying to make his way across. Benji has been knocked right. Sticks, Dream, and Bouts is still alive, but you can see Bouts is the one that's making the plays across here to try to make sure that he can revive the team. Meanwhile, Persecutors have got had a double knock, and nobody is outside here as King is trying to provide some sort of cover for his team, but that's a triple. It's only Zeus left alive. This should be the finishers in here from Peaky Blinders. Zeus is the one. He hightailed it very, very quickly.
Well, I am, for one, very happy to see that Headshot has not put all their eggs in one basket. Last week we saw that is what happened, and they lost their entire team right off the bat. So they didn't do that split, and they went out very quickly.
Yeah, having all your eggs in one basket, especially around Easter, is just criminal.
Yeah, definitely.
Like today I went to actually go and buy some extra Easter eggs, right? Because you never have enough Easter eggs. Because there was like nothing.
Yeah, no, it is crazy. And I mean, it's gotten so expensive, or maybe it's just me, but holy hell.
Yeah, it was like for a box of beacon, it's beacon Easter eggs. Right?
Yeah.
It's not anything special or fancy. It's like $100 for 36. I was like, really?
Yeah. You almost pay the same equivalent for smokes.
Yeah. It's like, what is this nonsense? And you can't tell me that the price of chocolate is affected by the war in Iran.
Oh, I feel like in South Africa, everything is affected by the war in Iran.
It's an excuse, in my opinion. It's just like, there's war in Iran. Easter eggs must go up.
Chocolate is now more expensive.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. So we have a couple of teams left, still fighting it out here in Test Track New York's factory, right? Everybody else has recalled and moved aside, but just taking oh my goodness, with the recalls, it's going to be was I in the right position? No, I was trying to click on the people that were fighting. It's Team 12. Faker has been knocked. Was he recalled previously? I'm not sure.
I wish that we could see that as well, because it gets quite frustrating. You think, oh, at least they still have someone that can recall, and then you see next moment, boop, there's the entire team wiped.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Tencent, if you ever listen to us, I know we don't have the biggest stream in the world, right? But if you ever come across our stream randomly, add some features in here where we can determine all of these factors. It would be nice.
We would love to be able to see what who has been recalled and who not. Wait a minute. In 20, he's alone. He's solo, yo.
Yeah. So, yeah, well, it's one of the teams that was into the mix here, as Phantom is just asking for one squad, you know. Wants to see his teammates in the mix. We'll try to switch to them after this particular skirmish. Memento Mori up against Team 25. Silencer just peeking around, hoping to achieve something in here, as Team 13 could be coming in for some third-party action. We're just going to switch to their camera. They've got the shotguns out, so that means they know something is in the offing. The hunt is on, as Memento Mori could be in a lot of danger. There's just 2 of them left. We don't know if they went for the 3-1 split, as I will try to ask Electric to pronounce this name of the player from Team 13. So I can laugh a little bit.
I think I'm gonna sound like a chicken. Chukulukuluku.
And as I'm going with your name, Chukuluku. Guess the flash.
Yeah, boy.
I'm pretty sure I sounded like a chicken.
Well, there's let me put it like this. There's some interesting names out there. Very interesting names.
Definitely. And I wonder sometimes how do these people come up with the names?
Agreed. And so for Phantom, we get his teammates on screen. They did manage to pick up 2 eliminations, and they were potentially heading past Carnage outside Yulin, which again is, it's an Asian name. If I'm butchering it, my apologies. Yeah, Phantom, imagine if Silencer wins. That would be... We'd have to give Silencer like an extra prize, like some special usage just for himself if he ever wins it.
Yeah, no, he has some guts to, take this on solo right from the get-go.
Yeah, true. Okay, let's say you were Electric. Let's say you were the solo player because your teammates abandoned you, right? What would you be thinking, right? Because personally, I'd be thinking just about position only.
Yeah, same. Just make sure that you have the right, loot for if you run into someone, and then just play it safe all the way. Play end of zone. Compound to compound. And that would be about the strategy up until maybe the last 4 to 5 teams, and then start, third partying as far as you can go.
Yeah, which is like very reminiscent of solo queue.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like you have a plan. You drop where everybody else drops, and nobody goes in the same direction.
Yeah. But what's so nice is if you play solo, you call the shots. So it's not you have to listen to someone. You are listening to yourself, or one of the voices in your head.
Exactly, one of the voices. Sometimes they say conflicting things, but you never know. As Silencer, I think, is heading in towards either Team 13 or Team 15, right? I'm just going to see now. Oh, no. He's on the vehicle. Managed to get to some sort of safety. This is quite surprising, right? Usually Rondo is a little bit bloodier than this. Murmur with less players. Somehow.
We saw a lot more action by now. We're already going into zone 2 and we've lost 1 team, and that's it.
Yeah, which is a bit crazy. Okay, I can hear shots being fired, right? But from where? That's the question.
I don't know. I feel like we're having a soundtrack in the back somewhere, because I am not hearing or seeing. Well, I'm hearing, but I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, okay, let's see if I can actually...
Oh, wait, there.
Okay, he's back. Alright. Oh, meanwhile, there is a skirmish going on, and our fantastically named chicken has managed to eliminate somebody else.
Across the water, it looks like as well.
Yeah. Because there's a huge spread between the teams. I mean, Rondo is massive. This is legitimately the biggest map in the game.
It is. Sparletta might be in a bit of trouble there. He's running straight into... No, he's doing a drive-by. I think he heard all the feet and he was just like, nope.
You know, I'm just looking at the live chat, right, and I'm saying, Sparletta is electric when he's fighting for real, and I was like, wait, I was just talking to electric. Are they the same person? But then I was like, no, this was just an English sentence.
Imagine, I don't think I'll be able to play and cast at this. I would get so confused.
We do see a battle here between RV. It's Lynx88 who's been knocked as Peaky Blinders are circling around here, which is one of my favorite shows. Tyrone gets the drive-by, though I don't think we saw that in Peaky Blinders much.
I actually have never watched that before.
You should, as RV Shelby is taken down Nurias with the elimination there. And that's going to be just Reggie on Raw and Lynx there caught out, trying to use the vehicles for some bit of cover. But Nurias, he's been spotted. There's the knock. Can they get the flash though? Because they're surrounded. Team 12 coming in for a bit of tasty third-party action.
Ew. And they've knocked both, so where's the last one? Not anywhere close by.
Raw is just
maybe going to the recall.
Yeah. Yesterday's game, right? We actually had, I forget which squad it was. One of the teams, they delayed the recall just a little bit, and that really affected them. As PST are trying to hunt down Nam. It's only Momo left alive here, as King's got that nade. Suspecting a second floor play, but Momo has dropped down to the first floor. King just trying to be a little bit safe, trying to get in here, because this is going to be a bit of a 1v1 until the team is coming. Oh, but he does spot out Momo, who was waiting to cover. What that timing from King. He really should be on the throne for that.
Oh, you and your puns tonight.
I make them occasionally, you know. But I can keep, everyone keeps accusing me of making dad jokes. And I'm like, yeah, I'm an old man. You gotta leave me alone to make the jokes that I make.
I don't even know what qualifies as dad jokes.
Well, me neither, right? I just make what I think is funny, and then, you know. Yeah, I get accused of making dad jokes, so I'd go with it.
I feel like you can only qualify them as dad jokes if it's a dad making the joke.
Exactly. I don't know what people keep accusing me of things for randomly. But anyway, we have team number 4 up against team number 9. S1 Headshot Hustlers are all in the mix here. As maybe we should try to get a little bit of an aerial view.
Yeah, S1 is still in cars. I don't know if they... Oh wait, they're close by. It didn't look that close.
It did not. Though they're all in one building, and I mean, I don't think either team will want to try to really cross this kind of pathway, because it's just so much open space.
Yeah, there's literally... The trees are even so thin, it looks like toothpicks. They're in snow hiding behind those trees.
Exactly. And, you know, they're just going to be spraying shots here from across the line. Though it would be the EMP zone that would technically force them towards one another, right? Because, I mean, this is what we are going to be looking at, right? Mainly, it's just them trying to see who they can get knocked. But I doubt a flash is going to come through because of the distance and the ability to have cover. But meanwhile, we have a couple of teams that are heading straight towards one another. It's Carnage and RV. Shots coming out here. Reggie in a lot of danger, but throws a nade. Beautiful nade coming through as it's a dance on the hilltop. And a crazy shot to the head.
Ew. I hate it when it takes so long to render in. Because I was like, yo, he has it. And then, like,
Yeah. So Tencent, if you're listening again, right? We have further complaints. That we've been trying to get a hold of. Nobody's listening. Ichigo with a beautiful tag from range. There's the position. Coming through as momentum. Maria in the mix. It's gonna be a quick double for them. That was an unfortunate third party.
Oh, they got at least a few kills in before they saw the end of themselves.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Sparletta, who occasionally pretends to be electric, with some vision here on the high ground, who gets a lot of tag damage into Veta. I think by the time I'm done, I might start a rumor.
What?
That's
Then I'm playing and streaming and casting at the same time.
And that your real name is Sparletta.
It's the red of the Sparletta. It complements my electric eyes, alright?
Exactly. And we got Phantom to thank for all of this.
Who, if we are not careful, might also end up being me.
Yeah, the way things are going. As Team 12 are trying to position. There's a hunt on here by Momentum. Mori Tinkle manages to get the knock onto Sparletta. Rico cover up for his teammates. He needs to get close. That's just huge open space. We would expect to see the side of Momentum with that wraparound, and we're in this position where there is no opportunity to recall. We're in stage 4 right now as Veta gets Draco, and that's Draco and Sparletta down. His only Faker 911. He needs to call for a rescue, but no rescue available. Sparletta the one next in the mix. Faker just nailing shots from this high ground position, but could be hunted out. He does get a knock onto Zilla though.
Yeah, it looks like he's not really sure. Well, obviously, he doesn't have any teammates that are able to use so this is kind of just going by feeling instead of, knowledge of where everyone is.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I'm not sure. I think he's going to try to hightail it from here. I personally, I'd be like, okay, look, I managed to get the knock, but I don't know where everybody is right now, as you say. It might be nice to reposition, but again, as you can see him driving across, right, you could be getting into danger yourself.
Definitely, and I mean, with the amount of teams driving around, everyone trying to get to zone, everyone just, trying to make it out of this alive.
Faker gets the knock onto RV, as that's going to be a flush onto Raw. Now has to be very safe. I don't think anybody spotted him out.
No, I also don't think so. I think his biggest concern right now will be she's about to drive into as well.
Yes. Agreed. So we're down to 16. He's taking a bit of tag damage as he's trying to reposition. Meanwhile, skirmish is happening elsewhere as we try to get across to that action as well. And I don't want to try to pronounce his name, but he's just going ham. Gets another flush. Anyway, you picked up 10 eliminations, and Chukuluku, I think, is in position to pick up the going all out. 6 eliminations.
Yeah, I think he is. I think you're correct. Look at the amount of cars parked, yeah. Looks like they're starting their own car dealership.
Yeah. I mean, it is outside the test track, so, it makes sense.
And we were just talking about, the obvious, and look where we end up.
Like a circle. We start or we end where we start. And it's very appropriate since the zone also closes like that as well.
Definitely. And this is a very fun place to end off with because there's a lot of place to hide and gives you an advantage. Well, all of the players should have an advantage now.
Yeah. Though we are seeing two of the players for the side of MAU have been knocked. Eilish has been flushed, and we should expect to see the next kill coming through unless his teammate can somehow get close. This is cutting it to the wire. Ruthless manages to get the revive in there as UCE, they did drive past HH. 5 teams remaining, 12 players in the mix. Stage 5. Here we go. How is this going to turn out? Let's get ready to rumble.
I think this is gonna be a very, very interesting fight between the last few teams.
Yeah, as RV Lynx is taking a ton of damage as iOS says, back to the lab with you, Samsung. It can only be one phone. Though personally, right, I'm not a fan of Apple.
I have one and I'm also not a very big fan.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't like people to tell me where I can download music from.
Not just the music, it's the storage. The internal storage of the phone is so small. So they're kind of forcing you to buy extra storage. I mean, why?
Yeah, true. And Phantom, to answer your question, Silence is dead, sadly. Sadly. And so we're down to the final 4 teams. Though your compadre Faker is still alive, solo but alive. As Team 9, Team 13 are battling it out here in Neox Factory. It's a area where people are kind of used to battling it out here. There's just so many strats that can be used in this location.
Oh, sorry, my apologies.
It's gonna be Benji firing out a couple of shots. Dream has taken a bit of damage, but Headshot Hustlers, they've got the full 4-man in the mix here, and numbers advantage I wouldn't really say on their side, right, because UCA also have 4, so you're looking at a 4-4-2 split going on. Oh, actually, it's a 4-4-2 split right now. What the 2?
Yeah. No, and I think this is the only map tonight that we've had full teams in going into the end of this.
Exactly. Better late than never, as we say. But it looks like that is not going to be true for long, as the side of Headshot Hustlers are making their movement across. Sticks in the front line has been knocked. There's the first elimination. UCA Patience on the edge of the play zone, managing to pick up an elimination. And now things get hectic. This is the moment where we have 30 seconds of stage 6. EMP zone will be forcing everybody across. However, Team 7, they've got the positional advantage right now. Though MAU are trying to change that. But there's so much open space right now as Chukuluku. I think I should just add one more clue there to be safe. He's trying to spot out both Headshot Hustlers and UCA, but it's going to be the nade storm coming through. He is in a lot of danger, has been knocked. Ruthless is close by, but I don't think he really wants a chance going in for the revive right now. This is looking deadly. Oh, the play zone takes out 2. And this is going to be UCA with the advantage. Nade comes through, so it's Ruthless and Bouts up against UCA, who are in prime position to take this. But the last time I said this did not work out in the team's favor, so I'm gonna keep quiet. As Bouts has been taken out, Ruthless is the next. UCA surviving this with a full, complete team and a mammoth 16 elimination. Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow. Legitimately wow. I mean, how often do you see a complete 4-man surviving to the end and picking up 16 eliminations?
Very, very, very little. Almost never, to be very honest. Maybe 3 if you're very lucky, but not often.
Yeah. It's a rare occurrence, so hats off to them picking up the chicken dinner and the 16 eliminations in this third and final game for Lobby B. MAU with 10 eliminations. I mean, they survived quite long, finishing off in second position. Headshot Hustlers with 5 eliminations in third, and then Phantoms teammates here with 7 eliminations in fourth position. RV picking up 10 eliminations in fifth. S1 1 elimination in sixth. In seventh position, Memento Mori with 8 eliminations. Persecutors 4 eliminations in ninth. Carnage no elimination. In eighth. Sorry, Carnage no eliminations in ninth. Nam 1 elimination in 10th position. Peaky Blinders with 4 eliminations in 11th, and Silencer, he tried to do it solo. No eliminations in 12th. With that, finally, it is the stars of the match, and we're gonna have as many Kulukus as we can. So it's Chikuluku with the going all out 6 elimination. Persecutors God Sobe with 2 rescues as the best companion, and Nagato MVP with 5 eliminations, 4 assists, which is fantastic, and the finisher for UCA. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we conclude tonight's streams for Lobby B. I hope you enjoyed the streams, and if you have, don't forget to smash that like, that share, that subscribe button, as we will be continuing next week, Ground Zero, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, right here on Waylander Gaming. So, for myself, Waylander, and extra guys, we're gonna have to say goodbye and good night to all of you until we catch you on the next stream. Thank you for watching.